Alright, let's check out the next game here. So we're doing pretty well. Need 7 wins in Arena, if you're not aware. That will get you, on average, or maybe it's guaranteed actually, might be guaranteed to get your 150 gold investment back. Plus you get, you know, the pack or whatever else you might happen to score there. So 7+ is usually the goal. Alright, going second against a rogue. Rogues tend to be about burst, a lot of combinations, but that doesn't really matter if this is our opening hand. So Consecrate's a poor 4-drop, even though it's 4 mana. These are all too high, so we have to get rid of all that stuff. Hope for some 2s. Ugh. Brr. Brr.
Well met.
So I think the general trend we're seeing with this deck is that we lack early game,
Well met.
but if we can survive to the mid to late game, it's pretty strong. Usually, though, I don't like to play that way. I like to play with more early to mid game creatures and just get better trades, hopefully. So here we just play one of our Divine or Argent Protectors, and the hope is that he attacks us instead of kills it. And it's likely because many people basically will compare the damage, the damage of the 2 creatures, minions. Well, now he probably... interesting. I'm just going to make noises. So I think, instead, I was going to Divine Shield this if he didn't kill it with this thing. So this would be alive. But that would buff this to 3/3, and then it would kill either of these protectors. Both of them, really. So I think the best play here is to coin out our Blessing of Kings and kill the ghoul. That would put this at a 6/4, which would then die to his other minion and a dagger. He would take 6 damage in the process. I don't know. It's a risk either way. But it would be 2 cards for 2 cards, and he would be 3 health lower than we would be. And it would cost him 2 mana and his initiative on this turn. So it's still an overall game, if that's what he does, but he didn't. Now we can do some cool stuff again by using Divine Shield. Play that puppy here. And then Wolf. Well, yes. This may... Ooh, but that's tough. Because then he could Betrayal the center, the wolf, which would kill the guy on the right, get the other guy on the left on 2, and then he could kill it with his dude. We would still be even in cards, or maybe 1 up, actually. Well, now that I think about it, it doesn't really matter, because either we play this or we play 1/1, and the Betrayal would still be from a 2 guy onto this 4. So we're just going to have to hope that he doesn't have one. Which is usually a bad way to play, but that's all we got. Drum roll. I can't do it. It sounds like a terrible cat purring or something. Dagger. So he's probably going to hit our dude, take 7, kill it with a 3. Yeah.
May
Ah, well, at least we can kill that with our dude. I just like saying dude. And then we have 5 mana. The question is, if he had Assassinate, would he have used it on that 7/4? Probably not, since he had the ability to do what he did. So I think the best play would be to follow it up with a Silverhand Knight rather than the Ventrico. So we kill this with this 3/2. Silverhand Knight. Positioning again matters because of Betrayal. We want it on this side of the dog so that the 2/2 that pops out from the right of the knight is the Betrayal target, and it won't actually kill this thing. Whereas if we played on the right side, Betrayal on the 4/4 would have killed both the wolf and the 2/2. Alright, anyway. Enough about that. And I should say, I don't think he has Betrayal in his hand. I think he would have used it a couple turns ago when we had the other 3 on the board. But. Okay, so can we trade favorably? Not so much. I can't let the Worgen live. But I think we're okay to kill the Worgen with the Squire. Wolf will close in. This will be 5 attack. And then we can attack him. I think he will want to kill stuff with these guys.
I wonder.
And we'll play the Ventrico out here.
You gotta be kidding me!
I think that's enough damage to be threatening. That he will try to trade minions for it.
They'll never know what hit them.
Nightblade is not a good card here. So he should kill the wolf because it's, well, no, I guess it's not. It's not better. I lied.
You know, take candle.
Does he have a backstab? Nope. All right. Well, since he's such low health, I don't see much reason to hang on to the ooze at this point.
Let me think.
I also don't see much reason to attack his minions. I think his cards, he's at 2, he'll draw another one for 3. We have 5 though. So I think this is putting the pressure on is the best way to go about this. He'll be at extremely low health and have to just clear everything. So you would need Assassinate on this or Big Game Hunter. And then that would kill that, and that would kill the wolf. Leave the 1/1. So he can still survive and come back. Okay, good game.
Well played.
But it was unlikely, that's why I decided to ignore the minions and just put pressure on him more. Because I knew we had pretty significant card advantage. We had really good stuff in our hand. We had the ability to lay on hands to drive in more. So, a lot of outs, basically. We are against Stage, the Hunter. Game number 8. I think it's 8. And can't really hold on to Consecrate this early. 2 Protectors. I'd rather not have to. Although they're both 2 mana, so it could be worse if I drop one of them. But because we get to draw 3 cards, I think we might be okay. If we draw another 2... Nope. Why would I think that would happen? Bummer. Uh-oh. Oh, it's a wolf. It's not a big deal. Ah, crap. So, could he play anything on 2? That would be buffed by his wolf. That would counter what we could play. Crap. I'm afraid to coin this early. Because we don't have a play on 2 unless we just do a 1-1. But I also don't want him to get board control, especially with the wolf out. Alright. I feel obligated to clean out the 1-1. As weak as that is. The hope or thinking is that his 2-drop is not a taunt or a charge. Oh, it looks like he might steady shot us, which would be perfect. Awesome. So it worked out. I was worried. So now we actually get a good position. He's down a card, or we're up a card, whatever you want to say, and trade for 3 damage, which is fine. We'll always make that trade. Unless I'm at 2 health, or 3 health. So now it's pretty good because he doesn't have a coin. So we can counter his 3 with our 3. And R3 is... What? People use that card? Oh my god. That's funny. Well, normally I would just trade this 1-1 that's not a card for his 1-1 that is a card. But since this is a hunter and he's coming up to 4 mana, I fear multi-shot. So in this case, I'm going to play the cleric and buff this thing. Yes, yes, you'll hunt me down. And then attack it, so that if he multi-shots, at least there's the chance that one of the targets is this. Whereas if I just traded the 1-1 and buffed that to 3-3, I would do 1 more damage to him, but then we'd have 2 3-3s and they would both be certain to die to multi-shot. This is weird. No, it did not hit the mark. Why would you do that? He must just not have anything to play. It's the only thing I can think of. Ah. Okay, so that's a 2-for-1, right? The owl plus the beast charge to buff 1 dude to kill our 3-3. So not a great situation for him. So we're going to take it slow, play Berserker, and a 1-1. Obviously, I guess you could say our dude lost 1 attack from that silence. But that's probably the weakest thing you could do with a silence that I could think of, is drop 1 attack from a dude. You know, I mean, like, consider if the raid leader had been out, that would have been much better. It would have silenced or dropped 1 attack from everything we played from then on. So unless this guy has an amazing late game, I think this is just already way too out of hand. I don't imagine he can come back from this. So Explosive Trap is still very possible, but right now the only cards it would kill would be this one, and then are just a 1/1. So we'll just keep taking it slow, play one thing or so per turn. Multi-shot. Alright, well, could have been better, could have been worse. For both of us, really. So Ogre, play him on the side. Again, for explosive shot reasons, you want the weak guys in the middle. And this is all but over, I think. Although, as we learned from that game against the mage, I will not be so rude as to tell him it's over until it actually is over. Alright, so we have 10, 12, 13 damage.
That didn't quite hit the mark.
Good game. Quite a blowout, though, honestly. He just clearly didn't have the cards in his hand that you need, and sometimes it happens. It sucks. The good news for us is we reached profit, so now everything's gravy at this point. So, ideally I would like to win one more, and then we get maximum gold. But we will see.